Let friends in your social network know what you are reading about. Baffert won his record-breaking 7th Kentucky Derby with Medina Spirit, a horse that drew a single bid for $1,000 at a yearling auction. A link has been sent to your friend's email address. A link has been posted to your Facebook feed. From now until he stops training horses, there's only one thing you need to know on Kentucky Derby Day: never bet against Bob. You'd think we'd have learned our lesson by now. No matter whether Bob Baffert brings expensive horses to Churchill Downs or cheap ones, how they've run in the prep races, or whether they look like they can get to the 1¼ mile distance, they show up on Derby Day. Goodness, do they show up? A quarter-century after Baffert's first nibble at horse racing's most coveted prize when his Cavalier lost to Grindstone by a nose, there is only one incontrovertible truth in the Derby. Putting your money on anyone but Baffert is probably the first step to lighting it on fire. Baffert won his record-breaking 7th Kentucky Derby on Saturday with Medina Spirit, a horse whose breeding was so modest and physical attributes so unimpressive that he drew a single bid for $1,000 at a yearling auction and sold again last summer for just $35,000. Medina Spirit trainer Bob Baffert celebrates in the winner's circle after winning the Kentucky Derby. Photo: Sam Upshaw Jr. Courier-Journal. The race. Medina Spirit wins the 147th running of the Kentucky Derby. Nailed it. Political analyst Steve Kornotsky correctly predicted Derby wins betting. Meet the man who bet $2.4 million on essential quality this spring. As he usually does, Baffert had several flashy-looking colts spread out across the country that seemed more likely to get him to the winner's circle at Churchill Downs. But for one reason or another, his top prospects all fell by the wayside. By Derby week, Baffert's only entry was Medina Spirit, who was pretty much an afterthought after running a non-threatening second to Rock Your World in the Santa Anita Derby. Despite the Baffert factor, Medina Spirit was pretty much dismissed by bettors and went off at 12-1. There were some derbies I lost and thought I couldn't lose, but this is the only Derby I came in thinking, I just don't know if we've got the goods, Baffert said. In retrospect, we all should have known. This is just what Baffert does. And it's no accident. Sure, Baffert's success is, in a sense, part of a self-perpetuating cycle. When he started to win the Derby again and again, owners with roses in their eyes started sending him more of their talented and well-bred 2-year-olds year in and year out. That's a huge advantage, but in horse racing, it guarantees absolutely nothing. Todd Pletcher also gets a lot of great young horses in his barn, as do Chad Brown and Steve Asmussen.